You are wasting time worrying about these small, minute details and things when you could be using that time, that energy, and that effort to actually go make the monies in your business. As a Virgo that is also a recovering perfectionist, I totally get this whole like rabbit hole. It can show up in literally like the sneakiest of ways, and you can be so intentional about what it is that you're doing that you really can't see how what it is that you're doing is wasting your time. Let me give you an example. So today I was in the process, like everybody inside of my community that came in paid have they're getting the upgrade, right? So I've been handling that today, making like setting up the automations, making sure that they're also added as affiliates for that particular membership tier and all the things. And then I started to get into that perfectionist mode where I'm like, okay, well, do we want the people to stay free or stay, inside of this tier forever? Or, blah, blah, blah. Do I want them to still have to upgrade, in the future and this? And I'm starting to weigh all these options and all these things and blah, 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 until I found myself midway in my spiral where I'm like, okay, you know what? I know that even if I make this decision today, what is it going to cost me in the future to then have to like own up to that? So if I go and I tell all the people, okay, well, you're standing with the membership you're upgraded into is for a month, it's a thank you, blah, blah, blah. But then I now have to go in the future and see, okay, who actually upgraded, who didn't. Let's, delete the like even me just saying it now, I'm like, I don't want to spend the energy. I don't want to spend the time. I could be doing something else. I could just be going and finding more people who want to come into my world and work with me in that capacity. On this channel, we talk about productive procrastination. And this is just one of the ways that you end up in the rabbit hole of now spending all the time on the back end doing the littlest things that really don't make a difference at all. I think in some ways we've also been sold a lie that okay, walk with me here because there's the things have to look perfect, but then everyone tells you not to be in your perfectionism. You want your stuff to look high quality and look great, but then if you spend time doing it, you're in your perfectionism. It can be like a total mind fuck. And I think that there can be a bit of a balance, obviously. But it's not even just with how things look, just how things operate. Any and everything that isn't a direct correlation to you making the sale is kind of you just like twiddling your thumbs and avoiding doing the harder work that you know that you need to be doing to get in front of your ideal clients, customers, students, whatever, and to grow your business. But it's the sneaky game that our brain, our subconscious plays because it's trying to keep us safe. It's like, oh no, you want to go do this thing, but oh, we don't know if you could do it. And the last time that you tried to do something, you were so hurt and distraught, and we don't want you to ever feel that again. So we're gonna direct you over here to focusing on this little microscopic thing, and we're gonna spend all day over here so that you just forget about this big dream and vision and goal over here. Okay, don't even worry about that, honey. Just focus on this little shit right here. That's what it's doing. Once you become aware of it, though, and we talked about in another video, like the pattern interrupt. And we talked about it through the lens of like, if you have a coach, your coach should be able to, hit you with those pattern interrupts. But like when you have the awareness, like, oh, I do this. This is what I do. This is part of my pattern. You can do that for yourself. Interrupt that pattern yourself. Catch yourself in the midst of the pattern and then interrupt it. And be like, no, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm not spending any more time and energy on this because I want to go make my monies. I want to go make the sales. I want to go help the peoples. Like whatever the case may be, what's gonna help get you to your goal faster? And usually the path of least resistance. Ooh, let's talk about this. The path of least resistance, because you might be avoiding your path of least resistance. Ooh, do we want to talk about this right now? Do we want to talk about this right now? I think a lot of us end up being resistant to the path of least resistance, because it's uncomfortable as hell to know that something can actually be that simple when we've been brought up in a world and a society and a culture that tells us that it is not allowed to be that simple. If you did not work yo to the bone, if you didn't work to the white meat for this goal, for this result, you don't deserve it. And because you feel like you don't deserve it, oh, I don't know. We might have to say that for, we're going to say that for a different video. We're going to say that for a different video. Nonetheless, the point being is I want you to start allowing yourself to be aware of when you are in that perfectionist mode and you are focusing on these little minute details that genuinely don't really have much bearing on the success that you are trying to achieve. Okay. And with that being said, if you want to actually put your focus, your time, and energy somewhere where it is going to compound over months, over years, then I want you to come join the YouTube Glow Up Challenge. We're getting started May the 1st in like a week. Oh my God, this is exciting. Okay, so I'm going to help you get started with your channel or just revamp your channel, reboost your channel, relaunch your channel. There are lots of amazing goodies for you in there. I have every day planned. It's going to be 28 days to get you consistent on your channel so that you don't fall off and fade away into the abyss, okay? I got you, Bookie, and I'm going to see you inside of the community.